In contradistinction to the jugular vein, and I just spent a lot of time talking bad about the jugular vein, right? In contradistinction to the internal jugular vein, the axillary vein is standardized at the highest level. See, people call it subclavian, but when you use ultrasound, it's really the axillary vein. It's an anatomic thing. All the axillary veins will look like this or have the potential to look like that because of the location where it is. Whereas the neck, I've shown you the messes, it can be directed up there in many ways. It's only put in really one way here, and they can all look like this. And on my list of proper insertion, this is kind of it, right? So this is the Shea guidelines from 2020, strategies to prevent central line infection, right? The subclavian vein, they call it subclavian, they don't understand the anatomy. The subclavian is the preferable site for central line insertions to reduce infections. Previously, the Shea in 2014 said, use the subclavian, but in order to avoid the femoral. But they changed that. It's now been replaced by a positively formulated recommendation regarding the subclavian vein. I never saw anything that strong refuting an earlier thing or in favor of the subclavian vein, right? This is the Society of French Intensivists. Recommendation number 1, to reduce the risk of CVC-related infections, subclavian should be used instead of the IJ or the femoral. I mean, there's an evidence. So what does the CDC say on this point? This is the guidelines of the CDC. Article 3, use a subclavian site rather than a jugular femoral. Article 7, use a ultrasound guidance. To the people in this room and the CDC, I'm going to explain. When you say subclavian and ultrasound, you're talking about the axillary vein. It's an anatomic thing. You can't see the subclavian vein, but you can see the axillary vein all day long.